Wrong move.
They say fear makes people do stupid things. But when an HOA Karen pulled a taser on my wife, she learned what real control looks like. My name's David. I'm 38, a quiet guy who minds his own business. My wife, Rachel, 35, has short brown hair, sharp green eyes, and the kind of calm that makes soldiers freeze. Before our HOA days, she trained security officers in defensive tactics for federal agencies. We moved into Maplewood Estates to find peace. But peace doesn't exist when power-hungry people wear shiny HOA badges. It started with something small. Rachel parking her car 2 inches over the line in our own driveway. HOA Karen, about 50, bleached hair, pastel sweater, the queen of fake smiles, stormed up our path holding her little clipboard like a weapon. She snapped. "You're violating Section 8.3 of the Community Guidelines." Rachel, patient as ever, smiled and said softly, "Ma'am, it's my driveway. I think it'll be fine." But Karen wasn't looking for logic. She was looking for submission. And when she didn't get it, she called for backup, the HOA's private security. Minutes later, a guard showed up, jittery and overconfident. He didn't even bother to ask questions, just stood beside Karen as she accused Rachel of threatening behavior. Then, things went from ridiculous to dangerous. Karen reached into her purse and pulled out a taser. She shouted, "You're resisting HOA authority!" For a moment, time froze. Even the birds stopped chirping. Rachel didn't flinch. She didn't even blink. Instead, she calmly raised both hands, not in surrender, but in control. In one swift, precise move, she pivoted sideways, stepped in close, and gently disarmed Karen before she could even pull the trigger. The taser slipped from Karen's hand and hit the pavement with a click. The guard's jaw dropped. Rachel looked at him and said, steady as ever, "You're holding an unlicensed weapon on private property. Would you like to explain that to the real police?" Karen stammered, You can't do that." Rachel smiled faintly. "You just tried to assault a federal certified defensive instructor. You really want to press that?" It was over. Karen's power melted faster than her fake smile. A few minutes later, the sheriff's car pulled up. The officer took one look at the scene. The taser, the trembling HOA Karen, the composed woman standing tall, and said, "Ma'am, looks like you handled this better than most." After that day, the HOA didn't send another officer our way. In fact, they quietly rewrote their community rules, probably while pretending it never happened. As for Rachel, she went back to tending her garden like nothing happened. Calm, strong, unshakable, that's her way. Sometimes strength isn't about shouting. It's about knowing exactly when to move and when not to. If you believe calm power always wins, don't forget to like, subscribe,